Hi everyone, Stacy Whiter here on behalf of Campus Mortgage with part one of a two-part series on FHA manual underwriting, tips for using compensating factors. Now just a quick reminder before we get started, this video is for informational purposes only and should not be considered legal advice or used in place of FHA guidelines. Also, this video was issued on August 15th, 2017, and the information contained in this video is subject to change without notice. So compensating factors may be used to justify an approval of a manually written FHA mortgage. Let's take a look at some examples. First, cash reserves. So verified and documented cash reserves may be used as a compensating factor as long as the following requirements are met. Reserves are greater than or equal to 3 months of the total monthly mortgage payment for 1 to 2 unit properties, and greater than 6 months, equal to or greater than 6 months, for the total monthly mortgage payment for a 3 to 4 unit. Now, when it comes to calculating the borrower's reserve for this compensating factor, the reserve should be calculated as the borrower's total assets minus gifts, total funds required to close the mortgage, borrowed funds, and cash received at closing as a result of either a cash out refinance or incidental cash back. Now let's take a look at minimal increase in housing payment as another compensating factor. The requirements are that the new payments, the total payments, do not exceed the current total housing payment by more than $100 or 5%, whichever is less. And they have a documented housing history to show no more than one 30-day late payment. Now, the exception to that would be if it's a cash out refinance. So if it's a cash out refinance, they cannot have any 30-day lates in the last 12 months. Now, it's important to remember for this compensating factor that you can't use it if the borrower has no current housing payment. Now, it may seem pretty obvious, but if you've got a situation where someone was maybe living with a family member, it's going to be difficult to prove that, or living with their parents could be difficult to prove the housing payment history in that case. Next, let's take a look at no discretionary debt as a compensating factor. The requirements for this are that the borrower's housing payment is the only open account with a balance that is not paid off monthly. And the borrower's credit report shows established credit lines open for at least 6 months in the borrower's name. The borrower must document that the accounts that they have been paid in full every single month for the last 6 months. Also keep in mind for the discretionary debt is that if they're authorized user on a credit account, it cannot be used for discretionary debt. All right, everyone, that concludes part one of this two-part series. For more tips and videos, please visit campusmortgage.org and look for their weekly mortgage video tips designed for all mortgage professionals, including underwriters, loan officers, processors, closers, and post-closers. Have a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.